Yes, wonderful, great friends, sadhakas, shrotras. Welcome you all. Receive my gratitudes as well as congratulations that slowly the jignasa is becoming stronger. That is why you are regular, and I'm sure the Lord's Guru's Krupa is working in receiving this most sublime knowledge. Maybe all the serious sadhakas assimilate this knowledge, live up to that knowledge, and get rid of the ignorance, and ignorance created entire problems, miseries, suffering, suffocations called as samsara. लोकसेवक धर्मस्थापक विरागी भक्त शिष्य मुमुक्षु जिज्ञासु श्रोता साधक परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत गंभीर संस्कृत भाषा ज्ञाता मननकर्ता चिंतन निधि ध्यासन करता etc. are the व्यक्तित्वास in us have to be stronger to live a outer beautiful life, inner peaceful life, innermost spiritual evolved life. Shruti Mata's help, let's take. Guru's help, let's take. Devata's Kripa, let us invoke. Jagan Mata Kripa, let us invoke. Devata or the Ishta Devata, Ishvara's Kripa and Parabrahma Tattva Kripa. Also, any of the friends, Kosadhakas, who are ready to help us with ideas, inspirations, etc. But then see to it that we are doing our best without wasting time in our Adhyatmic Sadhana Pragati. For that only we are here to empower ourselves in the knowledge, studying the beautiful Shastras. In the evening, we have four Shastras to touch. First, Yoga Vaashishtha Maha, then Adi Shankara's Nirvana Manjari, then we are going to see wonderful Sankshitta Skanda Puranam today or tomorrow. That portion of Vaishakha Mas Mahatmya will conclude. Ayodhya Mahatmya will start. Thereafter, our Shvetashvatara Upanishad Parayanam may conclude today. If yes, tomorrow will be beginning Chandogya Upanishad Parayana. Right? In Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, after finishing Vairagya and Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranas, we are into Utpatthi Prakaranam. In this also in the fourth Sarga, talking about Utpatthi Prakaranartha Kalpana. What is the essence of Utpatthi Prakaranam? And what an important, beautiful topic. You know, if it clicks the knowledge which we are seeing from last 2 days and today or tomorrow, one of the best gains that we have gained. Really, our satsangas of so many days have become fruitful if this thought is got. And the thought is about the mind. Sri Rama asks, what is the rupa of the mana? Answer is, mana has no rupa, yet from it only the entire world. Point 1. Point 2, the rupa rahita mana is nothing but the thought or the vritti. Therefore, vritti alone mana alone is the vritti or the thought. And what is the thought? That is Maya. That is the sense of otherness in Paramatma. So, because Paramatma alone is there, nothing other than Him, with this knowledge, the Maya, the Sankalpa goes. When the Maya and Sankalpa gone, vrittis go away. When the vrittis go away, Jagat, how real, substantial, appearingly binding us, also disappears, dissolves. So, where we were seeing the Jagat of variety of Rupanama, where we were seeing the Vrittis, where we were feeling the Mana, there we see one reality, truth alone. This is the most enchanting thoughts of Vedanta, knowledge of Vedanta, relieving us. But this knowledge has to become stronger, and its consequence we should feel in us that therefore the world is nothing but thoughts. More than that, it is not real. We need not mind about it much. These are the consequence practices we have to do. Let us continue studying with our prarthana and sankalpa. Start. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yedime Guruve Purvam Vadavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāः Sarvasacchāstrāः Vedantāः Tān Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kruto Vande Bhagavanto Punaಃ Punaಃ. Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Tasmai Shri Gurave Vasishtamunaye Nityam Namaskurmahe Vishwamitra Munim Sharanyamanagham Bhuyo Namasyamyaham. तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतम गुरवे भूरि भावैर्नता स्मः. पूर्णानंद स्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आवेश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास नारदादि ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद् योगवासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास सन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत् परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापना उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्यादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्ष शाश्वत रूपेण वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद् देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा मातापितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं तदनन्तरं निर्वाण मंजरी अध्ययनं संक्षिप्त स्कंद पुराण पारायणं श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः भाष्य समेत पारायणम् अयं सर्वे विवेक वैराग्यादीनां द्वारा भक्ति ज्ञान योगादीनां द्वारा मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं भारतवर्षार्थं सनातन धर्मार्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं च करिष्यामहे. ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः. ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः. ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति श्रीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यो भासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः ओम श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः अथ तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम् उत्पत्ति प्रकरणार्थ कल्पना नाम चतुर्थ सर्गः श्रीराम उवाच श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच friends this topic we have covered how many shlokas up to 40 and third mantra Vaisa from 44 onwards we have to study. Before that, the summary we have already enumerated, narrated, being very, very important. Let us see whether we have grasped it or not by browsing through above few shlokas. First, Sri Rama Bhagavan's Prashna question, Jignasa inquiry is Bhagavan Manaso Rupam Kidrusham. What is the form of the mind? Me Sputam Vada. Just clearly tell me. Yasmat Tena Yam Akila Tanyate Lokamanjari. From which the whole world has been projected. What is the form of that mana? Please tell. Simple question, but important. Answer Rama Asya Manaso Sri Vaashishtha Vacha Rama Asya Manaso Rupam Nakinchidapi Drishyate. The Manas Rupa cannot be seen. Why? And that is why. Answer is both for both of them same. The answer is Maya. That is why it is Maya. And why the Manarupa cannot be seen? Because it is Maya. That's why when the Paramatma is not seen, the Mana is seen. When the Mana is seen, this Paramatma is seen, Mana is not seen. When Paramatma is not seen, the Mana is seen. When the importance to Mana is given, Mana alone appears real, Paramatma is not seen. Manasaha Rama Asya Manasaha Rupam Nakinchidapi Drishyate. Catch this point. Mind cannot be comprehended by itself. Nama Matra Drute. It's only mind, name and Shunya and Jada, like the Akash. By itself it is Shunya. By itself it is Jada. By itself it is only Nama, like the Akash. Rupam cannot be seen, but it is Shunya, Jada, Akashavatu, Nama Matram, 2 points. Third was Na Bahye Nabi Hridaye Sadrupam Vidyate Manaha. Okay. The mind within itself or outside, it has no form of its own. Still, Sarvatra eva sthitam cha etat vidhi Rama yata namaha. Still, this is what it is there in all places, all times and in all objects. रिवर्स करके इसको समझना है. In all places, in all times, in all objects, the mind is there. Reverse it. In the mind only, these three are there. Deshakala Vastu. Mind by itself is Ruparahita. Therefore, what are Deshakala Vastu? Only Kalpita. But can there be a Kalpita without Adhisthana? No. Then what is Adhisthana? The pure Parabrahma. When that Parabrahma Adhisthana is realized, Mana disappears. When the rope is apprehended, the snake goes away. From that mind only the whole world. That's why the whole world is mental, and the one who is minding the world also is mental. And the one who is minding the mind also is mental. More so sentimental. Then who is intelligent? The one who minds the self. This knowledge should have given first to us. Should have been told to us first to realize it. On that should have been all the examinations, all merits, all reservations. Then everybody would have been the Jnanis, Tattva Jnanis, Brahma Jnanis. मुझे आप प्रधानमंत्री बताओ पूरा मैं एजुकेशन सिस्टम ऐसे बनाता हूँ फर्स्ट आत्मज्ञान एंड ब्रह्म ज्ञान देन आफ्टर एनी साइंसेस अभी विथ ऑल द साइंसेस The world is taken more and more as real. The reality is never apprehended. Now, why the science is endless? Because it is Maya. Maya is endless. But still it binds us. Paramatma also is endless. But it doesn't bind because it is bliss. It is our own essential self. World appears, disappears, Paramatma remains. As much vague Paramatma now appears and the word real on the deep understanding, contemplation, meditation, that much conspicuous, experiential, sthira. Paramatma is experienced to that extent. This world will be known to be vague, not so real. These are the important thoughts you have to grasp. Then we were told about idamasmat samutpannam mrugatrishnambu sannibham rupam tukshana sankalpat dvitiyendu brahmopamam. Idam named whole world is asmat samyak utpannam. The expansion of the mind only, the entire world. Idam rupa. Right? Here we have added some crucial important points. What is it? From my mind, my idam as projected. From your mind, your idam as projected. From your and mind, cumulative mind, our idam is projected. If we are three minds together, that three minds together is that cumulative idam world is projected. If there are 10 people, that idam project. So to the total world is the projection of the total mind. The total mind is called Ishwar. Idamasmat samutpannam mrugatrishnambu sannibham, like the water appearing on the sand called as the mirage water. Wow. And to this knowledge, when you add the Alatha Shanti Prakaranam of Mandukya, the subject becomes complete. That we have to grasp. You know? That the, uh, let us say, the band, a fire stick, let us say, we move in a dark night, dark, पूरा दरवाजा खिड़की बंद, अंधेरे में, remove that fire stick. You will see the fire band there. In whatever the form you move, in that way. Isn't it? Circular, rectangular, any of the square type or triangular. But then, is that really there? Appears, but the most wonderful of it is to that band which you see, let us say square, there is no matter in it, nor it came from outside, nor it is there in that the fire, what you call stick itself. ना फायर स्टिक में है वो शेप, ना हमारे मन में है वो शेप, ना कोई कहीं से आया है वो, बट फिर भी दिखता है. More clear example is the series bulbs. Today's world. How much that series bulb में क्या क्या बनाते हैं, you will see the movements, you will see the shapes and actions. और उससे बहुत लेटेस्ट है the laser shows. उससे लेटेस्ट है with the artificial intelligences. How many examples in the world itself we see that with the technology, the non-existing appearing to be existing. So too, the Maya Shakti is called Manas Shakti, is called Sankalpa Shakti, which is projecting the whole world, gross, subtle, causal. Not knowing that it is projected, we gave it to reality. And it is again and again for proving that it is projected, not real, by disappearing, by changing, by modifying. A simple common sense thought of Vedanta which never clicks to us. In spite of 100 years listening Vedanta, unless we have Guru and Bhagavad Kripa, is that if it is truth, it is permanent. If it is truth, it should be changeless. Then only it is truth. That definition never clicks to us. Permanent, changeless. Two more things you can add: birthless, deathless. So, birthless, changeless, deathless, therefore permanent. One more thing, infinite. Now in this world, batao, which is without birth, all are born. Which is without change, all are changing. Which is infinite, none of them are infinite. Which is not perishable, everything is perishing, destroying. Therefore it is not real. But you are seeing, no, Swamiji, I am seeing, that's what. It is not, if it is not seen, there would have been no problem at all. The problem is because it is seen. And that which is not there but still seen is called mithya, is called as projection. Like on the TV screen, the real cinema is not there but seen, therefore it is projected. In the dream, the whole world is not there but still seen, that is, it is projected. Because it is projected, when you put out the TV, it is rejected. When we wake up from the dream, it is rejected. अगर रियल होता तो जागृत होने के बाद भी होना चाहिए ना. And luckily, what Vedanta says, therefore, as much the dream is not there in waking, therefore dream is not real. Waking also is not there in dream, therefore waking also is not real. Both are coming and going. From where they are coming into that what we are going, that is real. And not even sleep. Sleep also coming and going. कहाँ ये तीनों आ रहे जा रहे? That is the reality. And that on that these three are superimposed. Unless these three are rejected, the substratum is not seen. That's called as avasthatraya viveka, entire Mandukya Upanishad essence. These thoughts now, what Rama is being given by Sri Vasishtha is of that highest cadre. So, idam asmat samutpannam mrugatushnam sannibham, the entire idam is projected from this mind like the mirage water, non-existing but appearing. Rupam tu kshana sankalpat dvitiya indu brahma upamam. So, everything is kshana sankalpa. Means, as much the sankalpa time is there, maybe a kshana, up to that time only it will be there. Thereafter, it is not there. The moment you do the vikalpa of that, at that very moment it goes. So, momentary thought is the world. As many moments the thought continues, so much moments the world is there. When the thought is rejected, it is gone. That is what Shada Sankalpad Ditiya Indu Brahma Upamam. Like the second moon. The first moon is Paramatma. Second moon is mind. First moon is mind. Second unreal moon is the entire projected Dvaita world. Correct? Yesterday we have seen, कल का जरूर सुनना अब ये और वो मिलकर complete thought. Next, मध्ये यदेतद् अर्थस्य प्रतिभानं प्रथां गतं सतो वाप्यसतो वापि तन्मनो विद्धि नेतरत्. So madhye means in between. Yad etad arthasya pratibhanam pratham gatam. Arthasya pratibhanam pratham. Pratham gatam means daily, regularly, continuously experienced. That is pratibhanam arthasya. The world which we see. Sataha vapi asataha. The outer gross world of gross panchamahabhutas. The inner world of mind. The world, mental world. All of that is Satovapi Asatovapi Tat Manaha Vidhi Na Itarat. All of that is this mind only. So inner world, outer world, both are mana only. Mana has no rupa. Mana sankalpa are all these things. That will come in the next point now. यहाँ तक एक पढ़ाव हम चढ़ गए. Now the second पढ़ाव will be told now. First पढ़ाव में क्या था? No rupa for the mana. It is jada and shunya and namamatra. From this only the entire world has come, gross and subtler ones, like Murugatrishna. And this is there in every Deshakala Vastu. Okay. Now, uska saramsha, the last thought ka saramsham, 43rd shloka told us, yadartha pratibhanam tat mana ityavidhiyate anyatna kinchidapyasti mano nama kadachana. Therefore, yad artha pratibhanam, any objectification, gross or subtler, that self is mind. Yad artha pratibhanam tat manaha, that perceived world, gross as we see now, subtle in the dream, both of that is tat mana iti avidiyate. Therefore, anyat na kinchidapi asti mano nama kadacha. Other than the gross world and subtle world, there is no mana. And other than mana, this gross and subtle world are not independent. Not anything other than the mana only. इसलिए देखो सब लोग सो गए तो कोई किसी को जगत है ही नहीं, न स्थूल न सूक्ष्म. This shloka is very essential. Huh? तस्मा यद अर्थ प्रतिभानम तत् मनः इति अविधीयते. अन्यत् न किंचिदेपि अस्ति मनो नाम कदाचन. So that whichever is seen in the form of artha, gross and subtler is called as mind. And that mind itself is those stula sukshma both of them are mind. But for all these kalpita, there is the substratum, the third factor, that's called pure Satchit Paramatma. Not knowing it, the mind is projected. Because when you know it, the mind is rejected. You know it, then you will see there is no mind, there is no world. Then everything is ahamevas. Try to reach it. Then you yourself will say, yeah, what Shastra said are perfect. Okay. Now comes the another next level of topic. Next level of topic kya hai? Shloka 43 we are seeing. Here we are from yesterday. Sankalpanam mano vidhi sankalpat tat na vidhyate yatha dravatvat sarilo tata spando yatha nilat. As inseparable are the movement and the air, fluidity, liquidity and water, so are sankalpa and mana. Sankalpanam mano vidhi. Sankalpa is thought. Thought alone is mind. Sankalpat tat na vidyate. Mind alone is the thought. Therefore, the whole world is mind, the mind is thoughts. Therefore, whole world is nothing but thought. And mind is Maya. Maya is a peculiar power which is not independent of Paramatma. Okay? Then it has infinite power. The expression of that power is this. The entire world of Rupanamata. You know, Shakti is unseen, but its effects are seen. Like you can't see my talking Shakti. But then when I talk, it's many ways. How many words I am uttering? In language is different. Power is not seen, but when it expresses, you can see. Here also, Bhagavan's Maya Shakti is the mana which does the kalpana of the entire Jagat through the thoughts, Sthula and Sukshma. Therefore, what is Sthula and Sukshma Jagat? Nothing but thoughts. What are the thoughts? Nothing but the mind. What is mind? A power which is never separate from the Lord. When you see the Lord, when you don't see the Lord, it is a power of Him, not separate from Him, but functional in projecting this world. And in the ignorance of all this data, we take the world as real. We are bound in it. A jnani clearly understands, comprehends this. He knows the reality. He knows the power of reality. He knows everything is the power of reality. That's called Bhagavan ke Maya ke Shakti se Sara Jagat bana. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Ketunanena hi kaunte jagat viparivartate. है ना? त्रिभिर गुणमयैर भावैः सर्वविदं जगत् मोहितं न अभिजानाति माम एभ्यः परमव्ययम्। दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति। Beautiful. These are all relate कर लो. Slowly that knowledge starts becoming deeper. So sankalpanam mano viddhi. The thought itself is the mind. Sankalpat tat na vidyate. There is nothing called mind other than the thought. So as we said today, try to see the mind without the thought, you will experience the self only. Therefore, self or chit or atma, thoughtified is called as the mind. The thought is the Shakti of the Paramatma. यथा द्रवत्वा शरीरम यथा अनिलात स्पंदः तथा. You can't separate the movement and the air, fluidity and water. So too the thought and the mind. Both of them are Shakti of Paramatma. Bhagavad Shakti alone has Mana and Vritti. And Vrittis are the entire world. That is why little intelligent only you have to become, not much. Is not in dream. All the colors we see is mind only. In dream also we see red clothes, yellow clothes, orange. कलर्स दिखते हैं ना तो सब मन था कि नहीं. And don't we see a variety of shapes, forms in the dream? Are they not in mind only? And don't we perceive in the world the shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha? Are they not mind? And don't we experience sukha, dukkha, insult, praise, respect? Or we go through all of them, ना? वो सारा मन में ही हो रही ना. Like, the paint, when you paint it on a substratum, hundreds of forms are painted. है ना. रंगोली से आप हजारों तरह के रंगोलियां बना सकते हैं. वो कलर से एक स्याही के साथ पेन में लगाकर कितने अक्षर लिख सकते हैं, ड्राइंग्स बना सकते हैं. इज इट नॉट? दैट्स माया. With the ink, writing so many letters, with the paint, painting so many pictures, with the rangoli, making so many rangolis, with the wood, making so much of furniture. It's Maya. You are seeing it every day. With the thread, making so many clothes. Thread remaining same. So too, the mind alone spreads, expands in the form of this entire subtle world. Anyway, we understood dream as gross also. That's why even now you can close eyes and I tell you, imagine the yellow color, you can imagine. I tell you, imagine black, you are able to do it. I tell you, imagine Ganapati's form, you are imagining. Imagine the चूहा there, yes, you can. सब मन में ही हो रहा है ना. अब इससे स्पष्ट और क्या चाहिए? होल वर्ल्ड इज इन द माइंड. एंड माइंड मीन्स थॉट्स. एंड दैट्स द पावर. एंड इट इज वेरी volatile, continuously changeable. Again, because of the vasana pressure, etc. Desire pressure, etc. Uncontrolled sense organs, etc. निरंतर वो बदलता रहता है. For all this, there is one changeless substratum. That is Satchidananda Paramatma. That is what our goal is. Correct? Now come to the Pachisva mantra. Hmm. 43, 44th mantra. 44. कि यत्र संकल्पनम तत्र तन्मनोंग तथा स्थितम संकल्प मनसी भिन्ने न कदाचन केचन. तो यत्र, wherever and whenever, sankalpanam, thought is there, tatra, there, he anga, oh dear Rama, tat manaha tatha sthitam. So wherever there is sankalpa, that has projected the mana. That's why nisankalpe jivan mukti. Nisankalpe nisangatve. Yatra sankalpanam tatra tan manonga tathastitam. Where you have done the sankalpa, the mana is there. Therefore, sankalpa manasi bhinne na kadachana kechana. Nobody can separate and say sankalpa is different and mind is different. Sankalpa, mind are same. Wherever there is sankalpa, there the mana is there. So yatra sankalpanam tatra tan manah anga tatha sthitam. Therefore, sankalpa manasi bhinne na kadachana kechana. Nobody can experience the mind is different, the thought is different. Thought and mind are same. Right? Now he says, Satyamastvathava satyam padartha pratibhasanam tavanmatram manovidhi tad brahmaiva pitamaha. So, satyam astu athava asatyam. Satya means grossly tangibly seen, which stays for longer time. Asatya means subtler one, which is there only in the Mano Sankalpa Samaya. This is what in Mandukya Upanishad or Karikakara says Chitta Kala and Satya Kala together is called Dvaya Kala. Our inner mind is only is Chitta Kala. Means what? When the thought is there, then only it is there. But the outer things are Dvaya Kala. Means even like in my dream there is a car. As long as I am dreaming, then only there is car. When I wake up, car is not there. Dream car is only Chitta Kala. But the outer car in the Jagrata Avastha, when I am in the near the car, sitting in the car, that time car is there. But you park the car in garage and come home, car has not disappeared. It is there. It's called Dvaya Kala. This is the Purva Pakshi asks the question there. Therefore, the Jagrata Avastha is real, he says. The Siddhanta says, no, no, no. Just like in the mind also, let us say in the dream also, you have another dream, let us say. Dream may you are dreaming. In that also there is Chitta car. In the dream you had a dream. That dream में car जो है वो चित्त वाला है. But in the dream you have an original car. That is also द्वय काल. सपने में भी सपना आ सकता है ना. उस सपने में कार आया, वो तो चित्त काल है वो. But सपने में you have a car. But that is द्वय काल in the swapna. But both of them when you wake up, both are mithya or not. In the same way, in the waking mind, now I am waking. When I imagine a car, it is only as long as I imagine. That is Chitta Kala. But there is really a car in front of me. Even if I don't imagine, still it is there. It's called Dvaya Kala of the car. When I see it, it is there, even I don't see. To this, what Siddhanta answers is when you realize to the self, even this car also is Chitta Kala only. You will find that that also is a thought only in the mind. Uh-huh. So here also, Satyamastu athava asatyam. Gross tangible or asatyam, non-tangible, the subtle thoughts world. Padartha pratibhasanam. Any padarthas you see. So the thought car, dream car or physical car outside. The friend in your thought or dream, or friend physical seated next to you in the bench, on the bench. Both of them. Satyamastu athava asatyam. Whichever the padartha pratibhasanam is there. A tree in the dream or your sankalpa or tree in front of your eyes. Both of them, tavat matram mano vidhi. All of that is mind alone. Oh. This mana, the samashti mana, gross and subtle. Through that, what expresses the Shuddha Paramatma Chaitanya? He is called Brahmadeva. Therefore, what is the Brahmadeva idea or concept? The entire gross and subtler world, which is called thought only, through that when the Chaitanya functions, is called Brahmadeva. With my own individual gross and subtle thoughts, what expresses is me, the Jiva. So who is Jiva? Nothing but Paramatma reflected in the thoughts. In those thoughts, one thought is Aham thought, other are Idam thoughts. That Aham becomes me, Idam becomes mine. And that mine are Mana Buddhi Chitta. Aham is Ahankar. यही है ना, अहंकार है, मन बुद्धि चित्त है. All our thoughts put together is Jiva. How? In those thoughts when Paramatma reflects or expresses. Therefore, Paramatma through the Vritti is called Jiva. Vritti is four parts, मन बुद्धि चित्त अहंकार. एक उसमें अहम हम कहता है, बाकी तीनों को मम मम कहता है. ऐसे ना, I am I say, and my mind I say, my buddhi I say, my chitta I am saying, my ego I don't say, I am ego, I am the aham. Keep these in mind. These are the ones when more clearly we understand, we know what's meditation. What exactly you have to do in meditation is transcend all these thoughts, be the thought free. Thought free mind is Paramatma. Paramatma with the thoughts is called the mind. In the mind, the one aham ho geta jiva. And he has got the ownership with idam, manabuddhi chitta. And through the manabuddhi chitta, the indriyas, the body, and the entire world. All are the further projections only. Grassifications. Like the Akasha grassified to become Prithvi, so to the mind grassified are the senses and body, etc. So, Satyamastu athava asatyam padartha pratibhasanam tavat matram mano vidhi. Gross or subtler, all of that is mind. And then Tat Brahma eva pitamaha. The pure consciousness through this total thoughts of the mind expressing grossly and subtly is called Hiranyagarbha Sutratma, the Pitamaha Brahmadev. अब ये सारा ज्ञान अगर हमारा दिमाग में चढ़ गयो, really in the meditational seat we are able to visualize it, then we understand the whole thing is nothing but mind's projection only, and that is true on the substratum, the self. And continuously we have the vasanas to emerge or operate as the mind, and mind with vasanas as the habit continuously of projecting sankalpas. Therefore, the Srishti is always there for us. Jagat. And for some time, when the thoughts are withdrawn, the mind is withdrawn into Layavastha, you are seeing neither the Satya Jagat, the gross, the Asatya Jagat, the subtle, both are unseen in the deep sleep. By all this discussion, what is the main thing we have to grasp? The theme of this particular third prakarana. What is its theme? Utpatti. So what is the meaning? The entire Utpatti of the Srishti is nothing but Mano Atmaka, is nothing but Sankalpa Atmaka, therefore not real. देखो जगत का उत्पत्ति सृष्टि नहीं हुआ, फिर जगत का अपीयरेंस हो रहा है, कल्पित हो रहा है मन के द्वारा. दैट्स इट. My mind, my Jagat, your mind, your Jagat, our mind, our Jagat. The total mind, total Jagat, Kalpita, not real. Therefore, don't give it reality value. Huh? What we want is Sukha, Ananda. In the Kalpita, Sukha cannot be there. You are searching it. That is why you are suffering. Like a paper, on the paper, a banana is painted, exactly looking like. Is it real or Kalpita? Kalpita. But you take it as real and eat that kagaj. Instead of getting the banana taste, you get only tongue spoiled and stomach disturbed only. Why did it happen? Because you consumed the kela. Why? Taking that as real. And on the TV, you are seeing some ice cream. No, you cannot eat it. Your effort to eat it makes you miserable because it's not real. Same with whole world being kalpita, not giving us sukha, but we are running for it. Therefore, that running is giving us dukkha. कितना भी तुम घूमो इस जगत के लिए, अंत में वो दुख ही देगा वो, बिकॉज वो कल्पित है. और सुख भी थोड़ा समय के लिए होता है, एंड दैट इज नॉट परमानेंट, इज ओनली टेम्पररी, इज अ प्रोजेक्टेड. एंड द रियल सुख इज देयर, इज द परमानेंट सेल्फ. दैट परमानेंट एंड रियल सुख इज इन द सेल्फ, बिकॉज सेल्फ इज परमानेंट एंड रियल एंड कंप्लीट. सीक दैट इटर्नल, है ना, सीक दैट इटर्नल, है ना. We are in a stage, while listening to all this Vedanta, of some still dilemma, confusion, non acceptance, because the deep knowledge has come to us, not come to us, just like the boy get married. He just hesitates. I'm free हूं मैं क्यों करूं शादी करके. He's in that doubt. Coaxing. Finally agrees. शादी. Then marry this girl. 10 girls are shown, or 5 girls. Actually, it's the other way around. 1 girl, 5 boys. So he's in a hesitation. और टेल हिम डू द जॉब. ही इज इन डाउट. मैं क्यों करूं, पापा कर रहे हैं ना, सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है. इज नॉट एट अंडरस्टूड द नीड ऑफ जॉब. Somehow he is convinced. Now the next question, which job? Till he gets convinced. Takes time. Because the need of the job, you become active, dynamic, your time is productively spent. Otherwise, you will become shaitan, or you continue to be a shaitan. For him to realize all that takes time. In the same way, for us also, Paramatma alone is real. Everything is sankalpa, kalpana, unreal. That should not be given reality. Only Paramatma has to be pursued. For this conviction takes time. That too, when we regularly listen, only this type of moksha tattva shastras and contemplate. Okay, now one more. Brahma Devata आ गए हम अभी. The Rama's question is, what is Manorupa? There is no Rupa of it, but the whole world is in it. The mana is thought, thought is mana. And through that mana, thought, gross or subtler, the reflection of Chaitanya Paramatma is called Brahmadeva. Total, individual, Jiva. Now, Ativahika Dehatma Mana Ityabhidhiyate Adhibhautika Buddhim tu न स आदत्ते चिरस्थिते. देखा, आतिवाहिक देह आत्मा मन इति अभिधीयते. So, the Brahmadeva is nothing but the reflection of Chaitanya in the total mind. Total thought, total sankalpa, Paramatma, through that is Brahmadeva. Now, very important is next one. Okay. Adi bhautika buddhim tu saha adhatte chirasthite. Again, in his own buddhi or sankalpa, the stulata is projected. Stulata, how much are we are seeing? It is his own sankalpa, stuli bhuta. Therefore, whatever stula also is sukshma sankalpa. Required for the srishti. And in that he follows the sequence of mana, from the mana akasha, from the akasha the vayu, agni, jala, prithvi. We are caught up with this prithvi made stula sharira. We all stop. That is why हमको यही real सत्य लग रहा है. In fact, the most jhota thing is the gross world. That is why that only perishes fast, proving that it is jhot. And we are caught up in that. We are not able to lift our knowledge and identity to the subtler and causal than the gross. That's why we are lost in the gross. And gross is most Though tangible, but perishable too. That's why we are suffering. If we lift our mind to the understanding of settlers, grass won't trouble us at all. थोड़ा ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. So, आतिवाहिक देह आत्मा मन मीन्स हियर हिरण्यगर्भः इति अभिधीयते. आदिभौतिक बुद्धिं तु स आधत्ते चिरस्थितेः. So, he himself he is projecting the entire Adibhautika in the sequence as we said. See, when I touch a table, yes, it is a table there, no doubt touching. But it is made up of plastic. Plastic came from the earth, and at earth and all of that came from the mind. Mind solidified alone is table. That's why the table's knowledge that it is hard or soft, that it is rectangular or square, that it can be used this way or that way. All of them are again in the mind only. मन से बना टेबल मन से ही जाना जाता है. Isn't it? If in nobody's mind an item like table is imagined, tables would have not been created. And if everybody's mind is not attending to the existing table, then also table is not there. So with all its grossness, the table is mental only. Somebody's mind imagine 4 पाँव लगा के ये ऊपर एक चीज लगाओ तो हाइट में रहेगा, हर बार नीचे झुकने की जरूरत नहीं है. That is how somebody's kalpana created this table out of the मूल पदार्थ. And me also with same संकल्प यार कि नीचे क्या बैठना है, दर्द हो रहा है कमर में, ऐसा कोई पॉसिबिलिटी है क्या? Immediately somebody told there is something called as table available in that shop. First I am told only, in the thought only. Either it comes to me, my own mind, the thought, or somebody supplies. Then I go to that shop. Then what was in my mind, the table, I see there. So somebody from the mind created the table. I also, in the mind, feel the need of it. I go to that shop, then I buy. For the utilization sake, the table is grass. But in its creation, in its perception, both of them, it is the mind only. This ability to understand this type of knowledge is called Sukshma Buddhi. You know, like in my mind, I wanted my own house. Then I call the contractor engineer. I explain to him this type of house I want. He also makes it in his mind house. Then he makes a plan of it. Paper. After approval, that is there in the mind of the entire house constructing team, whoever are there. Slowly, brick by brick, they bring out. Is the house grass or subtle? Now grass, but cannot be without the subtle earlier. Even now, it is in my mind that I have to go to my house from the office when I come. I think that then only I enter into the house. मेरे घर नहीं तो पड़ोसी के घर में जाऊंगा. Why I am entering to my own house? Because it is in my mind. Isn't it? My house. For all the छिपकली और चूहा, उसको मेरा घर करके नहीं रहता और घर करके भी नहीं रहता उनको. उनका बॉडी सेफ सिक्योर्ड होना है. So some place they find and they come there. Then we shout at them that चूहा and बिल्ली मेरे घर क्यों आते हो तुम? उसको समझ में आता है तेरा मेरा क्या होता है करके. We send them out. They don't come this way. अच्छा तेरे घर में ऑक्यूपाई करूंगा, बिना रेंट का मैं रहूंगा. That thinking they don't have. Isn't it? They just find a safe place, they come. And they understand after coming, this is the most unsafe place because you are there, the owner of that house, the grihastha, to send it off. That's why they all choose to be in a place where human beings are not there. Unfortunately, we are seen. Then their safety, security is gone. And we think they are insecure for us. Actually, we are insecurity for them. Anyway, this is a different subject. I'm just extending it for no for the topic. It's not required, but one can keep in mind. Rama Rama. That's why that sannyasi davadukta koi ghar mera nahi है ना. मुसाफिर हूँ यारो, न घर है न गाना, न घर है न ठिकाना, बस चलते रहना. That's called as yati. Avadhuta is like that. He has no house, no place, nothing is his own. Just keeps walking, not to stay at one place. And as he's walking, somebody dashed him. Therefore, his body turned this side and keeps walking only. And you say, अरे अभी तो यहाँ से गए 5 किलोमीटर, फिर यहाँ आ गए. इनको ना जाना है ना आना है. बस he was moving that seat. Somebody changed the direction, therefore he went on walking that way. He's in that sthiti of Sarvatra Brahma and I am not Upadhi. In his presence, the Upadhis just are moving. That's a different high stage of becoming subtler altogether. ध्यान करके करके उपाधियों का तादाद में छोड़ छोड़ के वो स्थिति आता है. The उत्तम संन्यास स्थिति, अवधूत स्थिति is that. They have no bhanam of the sharira and all of them. We have the bhanam, we have the satyatva given to them, and we have the mamata with that, and we want to make it happy, and for that we fight with the world or attached to the world. These all put together is moha is equal to samsara. अब ये सारा सॉर्ट आउट करना है ना. लाइक कोर्ट में केस चलते हैं, किसका प्रॉपर्टी है, किसने उसको छीन लिया, गोइंग ऑन द केस. So with all the evidences, finally when it is proved, this land belongs to this fellow. In the same way, हमें भी छानबीन करना है. The court of intellect में, the inquiry of the prosecutor and FIR, finally the judgment, there is nothing real, only Paramatma is real. है ना. फाइनल तशवा करने से पहले ये सारा चलना चाहिए अंदर विचारणा. In the example of court, we call it as inquiry vicharana. In the example of the Milky Ocean, we call it as churning. Churning of Milky Ocean to bring out the Amrita. Amrita is truth, reality. Finally, what is real? Only Paramatma is real. Okay, Atibahika Deyatma Manaita Vidiyate Adi Bhautika Buddhim to Saha Adatte Chirastite. It's only in his buddhi he thought of making stulata. From his own mind, the stula is projected. Therefore, stula, with all its stula anumati, is nothing but sukshma only. We give all the examples. And all of that, stula, sukshma, sarvam, sankalpa eva. Not actual reality. And again, million times we are saying, the table is sankalpa, the plastic is reality. On the plastic reality, the sankalpita table is made and it is given so reality because of its utility that we forget that it is plastic. We don't even remember that. This is called Maya. प्लास्टिक के ऊपर टेबल का प्रोजेक्ट करके टेबल को रियलिटी देकर टेबल को ही यूज करते हुए प्लास्टिक को भूल जाना. All this called Maya Moha. Extend it on pure Parabrahma Tattva. The whole world of name and form was projected, given reality, got attached to and entangled. Reality is forgotten. Therefore, we keep on suffering. The two things, थोड़ा subtle है, I know will not catch it. क्या टेबल के बिना जिंदगी नहीं चलता क्या? चलता है, but we made it a compulsion. It is our ignorance and attachment and weakness. Same way, without स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण जगत चलता नहीं क्या? क्यों नहीं चलता? That is Paramatma reality. In that only there is freedom. But just like we became addicted to the table, we got addicted to स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण. It's only addiction, and that itself is bondage. अब जिसको टेबल के बिना चलता है तो कहीं बैठकर खाएगा वो, नहीं तो टेबल को ढूंढता रहेगा. So to the one who is in the self, he will be reveling in the self. He is not bothered sthula sukshma karana shariras. If somebody puts a table, he says okay. It doesn't make a difference to him whether the table is there or not. Everything like that. Many things like salt adding in sabji. No need. The inner salts already are there. That is enough. But we make it compulsory. Sugar, we make it compulsory. That's why the BP and sugar compulsorily come to us. In the general food, if you eat properly, water food, these inner salines and all are taken care. That's why all the animals, क्या उनको भी जो हमको चाहिए पोषक पदार्थ वही चाहिए ना. But you have never seen a buffalo adding namak or mirchi or chini in the eatables. उसको उस खुराक में ही मिल रहा है वो. I'm just telling how we get addicted to the false things and suffer, yet don't want to give it up. That notion is there. And now we want to take up the reality. We made it very difficult for us. Two things. We made it very difficult and next to impossible. Two things. One, giving up the unreal. Two, taking up the real. We only made it next to impossible. Therefore, we alone have to make it possible to give up the unreal, take up the real. Simple. I only made all my bad habits of spoiling my health. I only have to make all the good habits of making myself healthy or not. Very lazy, erratic about sleep, about activities, about the food. तो पूरा imbalance होता है शरीर. Now I became intelligent. Timely get up, timely eat, correct quantity of food I eat. I do works and exercises. See, body fit. So too, my own mind. I only with indiscipline destroyed it. When I become disciplined, so too my intellect. So too my life with my body, mind, intellect. I only spoil. I only have to set right. So too, it is my own delusion of giving reality to the projected, rejecting the reality. I am suffering. No, I only have to. By coming to the gurus, listening to Vedanta, deeply understanding, I have to hold on to the real, reject the unreal, reject the projected. मोक्ष समझ लो धीरे धीरे. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Thank you, friends, for your patient audience. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय. योगास्मा रावण शास्त्र की जय. समस्त ऋषि देवता गण की जय. सदगुरुदेव भगवान की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. Come to study our other text. ऐसे एक ही क्लास करते हैं हम ही, force ourselves to do more. Come.